Welcome to a CIS Garden Moment with Miss Rodriguez. Welcome back to a Garden Moment with Miss Rodriguez. Well, you caught me in my backyard sitting next to my pear tree and celebrating the different colors of spring on this beautiful day. This week, what I'd like to talk about is watering our gardens. There are so many different techniques that have been invented and created to help conserve our resources while still growing healthy vegetables. Let me show you a few of those. The wick system uses the method of placing a container of water under your potted plants, then having polyester batting or polyester cord dangle from inside the potted plants down to the water, where the water can slowly but consistently travel up to your plant, keeping it hydrated. The next method is hydroponics. It's a soil-less gardening method. Once seedlings are big enough to plant, the gardener will use these net pots as demonstrated in the picture and fill them with clay pebbles or perlite, which is a gravel-like material, to help retain the moisture for the seedling as it grows. Then the net pots are placed in the gardener's preferred system. Here are two, for example. In the first system, the net pot is placed in a container of water that is filled high enough to where the roots are consistently inside a nutrient-based solution, so that the roots are always watered. In the second system, the drip system, a water pump is used to pump up the nutritious water up to the plant, then drain back to the container again. This helps prevent the waste of our natural resource, which is fresh water. Aren't these wonderful ideas? Different ways that you can water your garden, grow healthy vegetables, while still conserving our natural resources. Now there's one more idea I haven't told you about, and it's the idea I would like to implement when we go back to school next year for our CIS garden. Let me show you. This is the technique I would like to try next school year for our CIS garden. It's called aquaponics. The difference between this method and the others is that this method requires live fish, and you can use tilapia for this project. The idea is to have the fish in a tank of water, have a pump that pumps the water from the fish tank up to the plants, which the fish will provide natural fertilizer for our plants. Then the water drains back to the fish tank, which brings back oxygen for the fish. So both the fish and the plants feed each other. And once you have grown your tilapia to full size, you can then add the tilapia to your diet as well, along with your vegetables. You've heard of the circle of life? Well, this is a very good example of that. While researching these different techniques for watering our gardens, I found out just how important water is to plants and to humans, and how similar our bodies use water. Let me show you what I mean. Water is important to plants and humans because that is what our bodies use to transport nutrients to our cells. Lack of water prevents plant and human cells from being healthy. Getting enough water every day is important for your health. Healthy people meet their fluid needs by drinking when thirsty and drinking with meals. Most of your fluid needs are met through the water and beverages you drink. However, you can get some fluids through the foods that you eat as well. For example, broth soups and food with high water content, such as celery, tomatoes, or melons, can contribute to fluid intake. Water helps your body by keeping your temperature normal, lubricating and cushioning your joints, protecting your spinal cord and other sensitive tissues, and it also helps get rid of waste. Now that you know how important water is to both plants and humans, I wish you to stay safe, stay hydrated, and I'll see you next week.